Hey everybody, welcome back to E3 TV, and we're in the middle of our CubCrafters Camping Build. If you've been following along in all the videos that we've been talking about as we've been building this plane, you probably heard me say a couple times about there's my Born sleeping system, and that it's the biggest thing and the most important thing that I have in this camping build. It is awesome. It's a game changer. Now, if you fly around the country camping, or a long weekend up in the mountains camping, or under the wing at Sun and Fun or at Oshkosh, you know, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Most people out there right now, they're sleeping on a lumpy sleeping bag with some kind of foam mattress. This is a game changer. This is my Sierra Bedroll from Born Outdoor. And I'm gonna open up right now, talk about it, set everything up, break it back down, put it in the airplane, and get you all the details on this. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back everybody, and it's not a mattress, it's not a sleeping bag, it's a bedroll. I like to call it a sleep system. And you're gonna see why when I open this up and I go through it and I talk about it. These have been around a long time, but this company at Born has really created some innovation that's taken it to a new level. This might actually look familiar to you. If you think back in the old days, the old Western movies of the cowboys, and even today, they still use them. Back then, they were like the tan canvas, and they looked just like this, and they sat on the back of the horse as they were out doing cattle drives and stuff, because the reality is no matter where they were for days in the middle of a cattle drive, they had to be able to open up their bedroll, go to sleep, and be comfortable. This is the newest innovation of that concept, and we're going to go through it. But I want to tell you a couple things before I get started. In this whole camping build, there's not one company that's ever paid us to say anything about their company. We are grateful and thankful that a lot of the companies like Zargus and Iceco and Naturehike, they've all been very helpful in getting us information and training and education that we can pass through and share to you guys. So they've been a great partner, and we have a lot of discounts for you guys in E3 membership that you can get a lot of this stuff in. The second reason why I want to talk about Born as a company, it's an American company. They're out of Colorado, veteran owned, family owned. When you call them, they pick the phone up and talk to you. You're not talking to some machine or email and hope you get a call back or an email back in days. Stuart Born has been great in working with us, talking to us and educating us so that we could share this with you. I went with the Sierra bundle, and this one's the wider one. I think this is the 34 inches. They have one that's a little bit smaller. This particular one is 16 pounds. Now, for the camping build we're doing here, that's a lot. That's almost as much as our lithium cobalt battery, not lithium ion. Go watch that video. We don't sleep at home in a sleeping bag. We don't sleep on a foam mattress on the floor at home. So why would we want to do it when we're out camping? If you remember the first video, I talked about the goal and objective for me was to making this electric camping build as easy and as comfortable as being at home. And you're going to see more about it with the coffee systems we have and the kind of food that we can cook and things like that. And then I also have the pillows that once I open these up, these are memory foam pillows. They pop open, really great. And you're going to see all the extra little features and tools that I got inside this. So before we open it up, I just want to show you guys that this is basically like canvas. This is tough. This is 610D Ripstop. I mean, you can drag this over stumps and nails and everything like that, and it holds up pretty good. And it's basically a shell. Everything is inside it, staying clean, all protected. And I'm gonna go ahead and start opening up and show you what it looks like. Now, usually I've got it on the ground and I'm opening it up on the ground, but I'm gonna try to do it all up here on the table, give you a little idea how it works. Here we go. Now you're gonna see, the first thing you're gonna notice, we have a Therm-a-Rest mattress inside here, and it's an R7 Therm-a-Rest mattress. So check this out right here. My pump, by the way. So this is the Therm-a-Rest R7. We've got these beautiful sheets. Now these sheets are all special because not only they fitted the way they need to be, but there's also snaps and stuff on that. They have different types that you can get. These are the bamboo, and then they also have the flannel. And then we also have the down blanket on top of it. You've got this shell here that keeps everything inside here. And the nice thing is these are snapped in, so these go down the side so you don't get any air leak or anything like that. You got this little strap that you can put either a Therm-a-Rest, or if you want to put a different mattress or something in there, you can. But you can kind of see how this is stuck in here. We have some pockets up here so you can put your phone or watch or whatever you want. I actually also got this Flextail gear pump. Now, you don't need it, This system comes with the bag, especially the Therm-a-Rest comes with the bag. You can plug it on the end. You can squeeze it in if you don't want it. But these work great. They're chargeable with USB, so I can charge it when I'm flying. It's easy to blow it up and you can control it. But more importantly for me in the camping build is this has the reversible, so I can suck the air out of it, so I can make this really small. Now look, if you're overlanders, you're off-roading or camping or something, it may not be a big deal. You can just let the air out of it, roll it up, throw it in the back of the truck and go. But for the aircraft, I have to get this small. So the easiest way to do it, and you're gonna see it when we close this up, is I can turn this in the reverser and actually suck the air out as I'm rolling it up, and it gets into that nice little, probably 19-inch little round ball there. And the pump just stays right here. These are attachments for the pump. If you need it, you can see how this is stretchy. So it stretches both ways. So even when it's zipped up, you can see how you got tons of room inside here. So if you're rolling around, if you're trying to turn over or something like that, you've got no problem. This is not waterproof right here. Of course, the whole shell is waterproof. You don't have a problem with that. You can see how this is protected and waterproof. When you're sleeping, you're giving off a lot of sweat and stuff. This needs to be breathable. You want this to come out. So let me take a quick break and talk to you about what I do if I'm just gonna be sleeping out under the stars or something and it might rain. And if you're kind of just traveling across the country and you got 2 nights of stopping somewhere or 1 night stopping, you don't want to set up the tent and all that. And by the way, I'm going to talk about why that tent, and you're going to see it in one of the next videos here. If you can, just get it under the plane. So if it's raining hard or whatever, but still you're going to have water that comes around a leak. But this is even better. Less than £1, little expensive, but this is a waterproof tarp. This is from a company called Dutchware. Now, they're a very specialized company for camping and stuff. They make some pretty light stuff, some specialized equipment. Little expensive, but it is worth it. You can see it's got the little clips and everything on it. This is almost as big as the plane, and it's less than £1. The other thing I have is Brodigan Expedition Works. These are titanium tent stakes. All of these tent stakes, less than £1. Remember, we're doing a camping build in an aircraft. This stuff has to be light. This stuff's a little more expensive, but incredible. These, you can bang these into a rock and get good holding power. What I can do is take these 2 things really easy, drape it over the wings, stake it in, maybe go over, like you see the side of the tent here is going over the middle of the aircraft, stake them in, and then sleep under it. If you do have a night, you just want to quickly jump out of the plane, make some food, get some sleep. This is a quick and easy way to deal with it. Now you can see on the sheets, in the blankets and stuff, you got these snaps throughout the whole system. The snaps are great because depending on where you're gonna be, you might want a little more warmth. You know, first of all, you've got the R7 here with Therm-a-Rest, so that's got no heat or cold transfer from the ground coming up into there. But if you need more layers on top of it, their system is made where you can get their extra layers, like they have some flannel blankets and some other type blankets that you can put on here and you snap them together. That way, when you snap all this stuff together, it all stays in place. They don't bunch up or come off the top of you and stuff. So I'm going to start with just showing you how I don't even go crazy by putting all the ends on it and stuff because it's not needed. This will be a little loud, but you'll see how I just get this pumped up. All right, that's all there is to it. So now you've got this R7 incredible Therm-a-Rest mattress. Now the way the pillows work, they roll into this nice little package, bust this open, get it reset, and now you've got a couple of really great pillows. There's no rating system for bedrolls like you do with sleeping bags and stuff where you see that, you know, -10 and stuff like that. And then you can get down to below 0 if you need to. This system here, just the way it is out of the bag, is, you know, about a 30-degree sleeping system. Now, if you need to get colder, you can actually buy, like I said, all the different layers and different things. Just snap in. I'm gonna show you the bottom here so you can see how that all works. This is all snapped in. The sheets are snapped in, they're tied in. There's loops on here, so none of this stuff can come apart. And you can see how it just goes down inside the shell here. It's just a really good system. So if you really need to get down even colder, you can snap in a couple more layers on this. You can also do electric blanket on top, underneath here, not underneath the bottom, because think about it. This is the R7 that's supposed to not transfer cold or heat from the bottom up into your body. So if you put an electric blanket underneath this whole thing, you probably won't get the effect you're looking for. but you can put it under the sheet or just put it on top of you. Now, with this camping build and what we're doing with Lithium, you'll be able to sleep through the night, no problem, if you want to use an electric blanket. If you go watch our video on the heating system for the tent, where we use the LF Bros diesel heaters and stuff, now you got these options depending on how much power you have, how much solar you have, and you can pull some levers to decide what you want to do. A good example is, you know, one of the electric blankets that we're using now that you'll see a little bit more of doesn't draw a lot of wattage at all. It's very, very little. And of course, it's less than running the heater all night in your tent. So what you can do is run the heater a little bit before you go to bed, an hour. You get the tent nice and warm. Then you drop down to just putting your heated blanket on, sleep with that if you even need it, because this is actually really warm. When I used it, it's really warm. Then in the morning, throw the heater on an hour before you're gonna get out of bed, gets the chill out of the tent, and you can get up. You can go watch all those videos and all the different systems and stuff we did on there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this in the tent, give you a little bit of a view what it's like inside the tent. Then we're gonna break it down, roll it up, show you how I get this back into the position where I can put it in the plane. So let's go ahead and do that. So you can see that these fit perfectly in most of these tents. This is a 3-person tent. This is a hut tent. And the size of this one is perfect for somebody that's large. To break this down is really easy. I'm going to show you what I do to get this really nice and small to be able to fit in the aircraft. But before we do that, this is a good chance. I also want to tell you about this product that we use. You might go to Amazon and see this from when we're using it, and they're not all the same. This is called the Fanttik. Now this one is the 10X Pro. This is very different. Now they make these to pump up your tires. So we have this on the aircraft in our Molly panel back there. We always have this with us. It's not that heavy at all. You can charge it with USB, and this will absolutely pump up these tires as well as tires as big as the tires on my Cybertruck. The special thing about the X10 Pro S is you can also put adapters on here to pump up and suck out all of your tent equipment. If you just go to Amazon, look at Fanttik, and buy the cheapest one on there, it's not going to be the one you need. That'll also do your camping equipment. So I wanted to show that to you because you guys might see us using this in a lot of our videos and stuff. This one's very different. Look for the one that also has the air vents, lights, all that kind of stuff. So check that out. I'm going to show you that a little bit more later. So we're going to go ahead and show you what we do to get this broken down. So first of all I do is simply get everything inside it nice and smooth. Now, in most cases, if you're overlander, camping, RVing, anything like that, you can just leave your pillows and everything right in there. Keep it all nice and clean and roll up the bedroll. And I've had it where I've kind of kept these like that, put them in here, and I still got it pretty small, but I just find it easier to get it inside the airplane to get it as small as we can. Now, in most cases, all you have to do is pop the air vents on them so the air comes out. There it goes, the air's going out. Now, if you just walk away, go do other stuff in the campground, pack up and stuff, most of the air will get out of this, and then you can just roll it up, snap it up, and go. But for me, I want to get it as small as possible. So I'm actually going to suck the air out as I'm rolling it up. So all I do is fold the edges, sides in, and keep going as it's pumping the air out. And then I keep folding the sides in. Okay, that's that. I'll charge it. You easily get a whole trip out of it. Drop that right there. I leave the vent open. I close up these areas. Last couple turns. Let the last little air come out. So then once you get that all deflated, drop my clips back on, tighten it up. Nice and tight. So that's it. All back down to a nice little roll, throw it in the plane, and we're out of here. So I have one more last special thing that I want to share with you guys. But before that, hopefully you'll learn something about, getting you a little more interested in trying out a bedroll. These Born bedrolls are awesome. The company's great, the people are great. Now, if you're an E3 member, log into your membership site because you get special discounts from Born Outdoor as an E3 member. And we also put a link down below for you to check it out. If you're not an E3 member, you get a discount, but not as good as being a member. So go check that out. Now, make sure you also watch our other videos. We did a whole video on heating the tent, power, which is solid state lithium. It's not lithium ion. We got our Zargus cases, our Ice Co freezers, Naturehike tent. Go check out all of the build series as we go through all the different components that we have in this actual build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe so we know that you want to see more of this content, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.